Hello learners! Welcome to our class. I am teacher Lisa. Are you excited for today's lesson? So come, let us learn together about the proper way of planting, propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees, budding, marketing, and grafting. For our objectives, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to A. Identify proper way of planting or propagating trees. B. Identify the appropriate tools and equipment used in plant propagation. C. Demonstrate proper way of planting or propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees, budding, marketing, and grafting. For our learning competencies, proper way of planting or propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees. TLE 6 AG-0C-3 identifies the appropriate tools and equipment in plant propagation and their uses. TLE 6 AG-0D-5. Class, do you still remember our previous lesson? Then answer my question. What are the factors to consider in planting fruit trees? I will give you 5 seconds to answer. Time is up. The factors to be considered in planting fruit trees or fruit-bearing trees are climate, soil, water, and fertilizer. Class, now I am going to show you some pictures and I want to tell me what is the name of each picture. Number 1. What is in the picture? Yes, it is a shovel. How about number 2? Yes, it is a sprayer. How about number 3? Correct. It is a pruning shears. How about number 4? Correct. It is a wheelbarrow. How about this one? What do you call this one? Correct. It is a trowel. Class, are you familiar with the different tools and equipment in propagating plants? Here are the tools and equipment used in plant propagation. Hoe, a tool used in digging and loosening hard and dry soil. It has a thin blade across the end of a long handle. Rake, a long-handled tool having a bar at one end with teeth in it. It is used for smoothing the soil and gathering loose leaves, hay, or straw. Shovel, a tool with a rod or scoop attached to handle. It is used to dig, lift, and throw loose matter. Trowel is used loosening the soil around the growing plants and putting a small amount of manure fertilizer in the soil. Gardening fork, a tool resembling a table fork but much bigger in size. It is used in digging and preparing the soil for plants. Water sprinkler, a can with a spout to sprinkle water on the plants. Plants should be watered every day to make them healthier. Hose, used for watering seedlings arranged in mass. Wheelbarrow, it is used to transfer soil, plants, and other materials from one place to another. Sprayer, it is used for spraying chemicals to eliminate plant seeds. Pruning shears, This is used in cutting leaves, stems, and branches of plants. Knife. It is used for cutting and slicing planting materials such as stems. Garden scissors. Used for cutting grass and shaping the plant or shrub. Tape. It is used in grafting, budding, and marketing to keep wrapper in place. Class, look at these pictures. Have you ever seen like this? What do you call them? These are the example of actual propagated trees and fruit-bearing trees using budding, grafting, and marketing. Modern technology and research have gone a long way, especially in the field of agriculture. There are different agricultural products today that did not exist long ago. We now have seedless grapes, oranges, and watermelons. There are also various plants with leaves and flowers of different colors that come from just one plant. Fruit-bearing trees are able to bear fruits within a very short span of time. Some can bear fruits all year around. These advancements are possible because of agricultural technology called plant propagation. What is plant propagation? Plant propagation is a method of reproducing, increasing, or multiplying plant species. It is being practiced because of the following reasons. 1. To increase the number of plant species. 2. To produce plant varieties that are resistant to some insect pests and diseases. 3. To evolve better new varieties of plants suited to different conditions of soil and climate. 4. To accelerate and at the same time lessen the bearing age of plants. 5. To avert the extension of some plant species. Many trees are useless because they are no longer bear fruits. So, here are the ways we should do so that the trees will not wasted but will be reused and of course bear much fruit. Budding is the process of transferring the lateral bud taken from the scion to the stock of the same family. Here are the tools and materials needed for budding: cutter or budding knife, pruning shears, cellophane, budding tape, rootstock, bud. What is a rootstock? Rootstock, a root system of a plant, often with a portion of the stem to which a shoot or bud is grafted. Bud, a compact growth on a plant that develops into a leaf, flower, or shoot, and also our PPE or personal protective equipment. Class, here are the examples of personal protective equipment or PPE. The steps in budding are the following. 1. Prepare the rootstock and the bud sticks. Make sure that they are both healthy. 2. Get the bud sticks and take off one piece of bud from the bud stick. 3. Form an inverted T into our rootstock using budding knife. 4. Insert the collected bud into the inverted T. Make sure that they are properly attached. 5. Secure the bud by wrapping stretchable plastic. In the bud section, tie it once. Make sure your tie is tight and there is not any air gap. Last, place it in the open area or in the shade place. Wait for the result. The second way of plant propagation is grafting. What is grafting? Grafting is a plant propagation method that involves inserting a scion into a stock so that they will form a union and grow. Here are the tools and materials needed in grafting: cutter or grafting knife, pruning shears, cellophane, grafting tape, scion, rootstock, and PPE. What is a scion? Scion obtained from mature plant, and rootstock, a mature plant. The steps in grafting are the following. 1. Prepare a rootstock that has a minimum diameter like a pen. 2. Start at the cut surface of the rootstock and make a vertical slit through the bark where its scion can be inserted. 3. Cut the scion like the letter V. 4. Cut the stem of the rootstock in the middle along about 2 to 3 cm. 5. Insert scion in the rootstock. If the scion diameter and the rootstock are not the same, you must focus on one side only. On this side between scion and the rootstock must match the cambium layer of the rootstock to the cambium layer of scion. 6. Securing the graft. Tie it tightly with grafting tape or stretchable plastic. 7. Cover it with plastic to secure the scion. Another way of plant propagation is marketing. What is marketing? Marketing, also known as air layering, is a type of plant propagation that involves rooting of part of a stem while it is still attached to the parent plant. Here are the tools and materials needed for marketing. Sphagnum mousse or coconut husk, cutter or grafting knife, cellophane, tie, small basin, water, cotton, soil, and PPE. The steps in marketing are the following. 1. Select a healthy branch. 2. Soak the sphagnum mousse or coconut husk in a basin of water. 3. Make a two-cut or girdle on the bark of the tree about 1 to 1.5 inches apart using marketing knife or cutter. Cut around. 4. Removing the bark. Carefully remove the bark with your hand. 5. Remove the cambium layer. Make sure that the cambium layer is clear or clean, and clean it using a piece of cotton. 6. Take the coconut husk and put a piece of soil. Place the coconut husk to the scrape area, then wrap it with cellophane or stretchable plastic and tie both ends. 8. Make sure it is fastened tightly. 9. Check from time to time to see if the roots have developed. So that you can fully understand these methods or ways in plant propagation, I prepared the video presentation in plant propagation through budding, marketing, and grafting. Let's watch the video.
Hello everyone! Welcome to our small backyard. If you can see, I have a few trees here. The others are no longer bearing fruit or they are not useful. So, I made a way not to waste them, but to make them useful again. As I mentioned earlier, there are so many ways of planting or propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees like budding, marketing, and grafting. Let us start doing the plant propagation using marketing. This is a mango tree. How do we market a mango tree? To do this, always wear your PPE to protect yourself. Prepare the tools and materials needed. This includes marketing knife, pruning shear, soil, coconut husk, tie, cellophane, piece of cotton, basin, and water. In this method, select a healthy branch where you want to market. Actually, a branch with the size of a pencil is chosen to this procedure, but it is always not necessary. It depends upon the kinds of trees. Soak the coconut husk in a basin of water. Get a marketing knife. Make a 2 girdle or cut into 1 1/2 inches apart using marketing knife. Cut around like this. Remove the bark using your hand. Remove the cambium layer. Make sure that the cambium layer is clean or clear. Clean it with a piece of cotton. Take the coconut husk and put a piece of soil. Place the coconut husk to the scrape area. Get the plastic and wrap it both ends. Get the tie and tightly fasten or fasten it tightly. This is the finished product of marketing. I will show you how to graft a mango tree o kung paano mag-graft o grafting ng isang puno ng mangga. To do this, always wear your PPE. Prepare the tools and materials needed like bud grafting knife, pruning shear, sayon, rootstock, and plastic. Prepare the rootstock that has a diameter like a pen. So, ang rootstock ay galing sa tubong halaman na nanggaling sa buto. And sayon, ang sayon ay galing sa puno ng mangga na namumunga na. So, get the rootstock and cut like this. And then, get a grafting knife and slice like this. Slice about 2 to 3 cm in the middle of the rootstock. Then, get the sayon and form or cut or slice like letter V. Like letter V. So, like this. And then, get the sayon, insert to the rootstock. Get the stretchable plastic and tie it. Okay, so you start it from at bottom up to top. So, tie it tightly. Gumamit ako sa pagbabalot nito ng plastic ng yelo. Pero mas maganda kung may mabibili kayong grafting tape para sa pagbabalot nito. Subalit wala akong grafting tape, gumamit na lang po ako ng plastic ng yelo. So, after nating matalian ang sayon, make sure na i-cover po natin ito ng plastic. So, gumamit din po ako ng plastic ng ice candy para i-cover po natin ito. Yan na po ang finished product ng grafting mango tree. And now, I will show you how to bud a calamansi tree o kung paano magbudding ng isang puno ng calamansi. To do this, always wear your PPE to protect yourself. Prepare the tools and materials needed, like budding knife, pruning shear, elastic plastic or stretchable plastic, rootstock, and bud stick. Let's do the tea budding of calamansi tree. Prepare the rootstock and the bud stick. Make sure that the rootstock and bud stick are healthy. Get the bud stick and take a piece of bud. So, depende po sa inyo kung paano nyo po tatanggalin yung bud dito po sa bud stick. Make sure na pag ginamit nyo ang budding knife, magiging safety po yung paggamit nyo nito na hindi po kayo nasasaktan. So, ito po yung bud na tinanggal po natin. So, then, form an inverted T on the rootstock. So, magpo-form po tayo ng inverted T dito sa rootstock. So, hiwain lang po natin pababa. At po pahalang para po makapag-form tayo ng baligtad na letter T. Ayan po. So, after po nito, nakapag-form na po tayo ng inverted T. Kunin po natin yung bud and then insert po natin sa inverted T ang bud na ito. Make sure that they are properly inserted or attached. Then, get the stretchable plastic and secure the bud by wrapping it using this plastic o stretchable plastic. So, wala po kasi akong grafting tape. So, ang ginamit ko po ulit ay ang plastic ng yelo. So, dun po sa may parte ng bud natin, o sa bud, kailangan po isang beses lang po natin siyang talian or tie it once. Then, tie it tightly. Higpitan po natin, talian po natin siya ng higpit para po hindi mapasukan ng tubig. So, make sure po na mahigpit po yung pagkakatali para po hindi siya mapasukan ng tubig or ng hangin o hindi papasok ang hangin. So, then, ito na po yung ating tea budding. This is the finished product of tea budding. So, place it in open area or shade place.
Okay, class. Let us see if you listen carefully to our discussion. Answer this activity. Direction. Match the names of the tools listed on column A to their illustrations on column B. I will give you 30 seconds to answer. Time's up. Okay, class. Let us check if your answers are correct. Number 1, knife. Number 2, rake. Number 3, gardening scissors. Number 4, gardening fork. And number 5, hoe. I hope you can get all the correct answers. Okay, class. Again, answer this activity. Analyze the puzzle and try to find 5 terms in plant propagation. I will give you 30 seconds to answer this activity. Time's up. Okay, class, let us check if your answers are correct. I hope you can find all the correct answers. Number 1, marketing. 2, grafting. 3, budding. 4, bud. And 5, scion. Always remember, tools and equipment used in plant propagation are very important. Most gardening can be done with your hands, but gardening tools can make work easier and faster, and you can prevent some serious injuries by using appropriate garden tools. Planting and propagating trees and fruit trees is a source of livelihood for many Filipinos. You do not need huge tracts of land to plant trees. A small space in our backyard can be used to plant fruit-bearing trees like mango, calamansi, papaya, and banana. In propagating fruit trees, remember the following. A. Select a stem which is not too young or too old. B. Be sure the propagating materials are of the same species. C. See to it that the stalk and the scion are fitted to each other. D. Do the propagation at the right time. Because you listen carefully and understand our lesson, I'm very sure that you can easily answer this activity. Read each question carefully and I will give you 5 seconds to answer each question. Class, are you ready? Direction. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. It is used loosening the soil around the growing plants and putting a small amount of manure fertilizer in the soil. A. Trowel. B. Shovel. C. Hoe. D. Rake. If your answer is letter A, you are correct. Number 2. A can with a spout to sprinkle water on the plants. Plants should be watered every day to make them healthier. A. Sprayer. B. Hose. C. Water sprinkler. D. Wheelbarrow. If your answer is letter C, very good. Number 3. This is used in cutting leaves, stems, and branches of plants. A. Pruning shears. B. Knife. C. Gardening fork. D. Hoe. If your answer is letter A, you are correct. Number 4. A tool with a rod or scoop attached to handle. It is used to dig, lift, and throw loose matter. A. Hoe. B. Rake. C. Shovel. D. Trowel. If your answer is letter C, very good. Next, number 5. It is used in grafting, budding, and marketing to keep wrapper in place. A. Tape. B. Knife. C. Hose. D. Sprayer. If your answer is letter A, very good. Number 6. Blank is the process of transferring the lateral bud taken from the scion to the stalk of the same family. A. Marketing. B. Budding. C. Grafting. D. Cutting. If your answer is letter B, you are correct. Number 7. It is a plant propagation method that involves inserting a scion into a stalk so that they will form a union and grow. A. Marketing. B. Budding. C. Grafting. D. Cutting. If your answer is letter C, you are correct. Number 8. It is a type of plant propagation that involves rooting of part of a stem while it is still attached to the parent plant. A. Marketing. B. Budding. C. Grafting. D. Cutting. If your answer is letter A, very good. Number 9. It is a method of reproducing, increasing, or multiplying plant species. A. Plant propagation. B. Sexual reproduction. C. Asexual reproduction. D. Cutting method. If your answer is letter A, you are correct. Number 10. Plant propagation is a method of reproducing, increasing, or multiplying plant species. Why it is being practiced? A. To increase the number of plant species. B. To avoid the extension of some plant species. C. To evolve better new varieties of plants suited to different conditions of soil and climate. D. All of the above. If your answer is letter D, you are correct. I hope you can get all the correct answers. For your assignment, perform different ways of propagating trees. Make a short video, minimum of 10 minutes and maximum of 20 minutes. The following are the rubrics on how your work will be graded. According to Francis Bacon, gardening is the purest of human pleasure. I hope you learned something from our lesson. See you again next time. Goodbye, children.